Hello everybody, this is Doll Dazzler and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys another doll out of my doll collection. This is Peter Pan, made by Mattel, and the date for this doll is kind of questionable to me because he is marked 1968. But I don't think that this doll is that old. I believe that since it's made from Mattel, that they used a body mold that was made in 1968. So Mattel does this with Barbies as well, as they create the mold for the doll, and then they reuse it over and over and over throughout a whole bunch of years, and then it kind of gives confusion to the doll collector that is looking for the particular date that the doll was made. I think that this doll was probably made in the 80s, quite possibly even the 90s, but he's a little bit hard to locate, even though he's got some, his hat is definitely, it's differently made than a lot of the other Peter Pans that I was looking for. A lot of people take for granted that his markings, and his markings are right down here on his waist area. And let's see if I can get that in the camera for you. Mattel, 1968. And so it is, it's right there. But it could be just like Barbie, where the mold does say 1966, even on the newer dolls. And it's just the mold that they continue to use over and over again. So there's no specific date as far as when this Peter Pan was made. And so if anybody out there, if this Peter Pan looks familiar, especially in the head, I mean, of course he's missing all of his original clothing, but the hat is definitely unusual. If anybody has this particular Peter Pan and knows the year, I'm thinking in the 80s, but I did see a couple of things about the 80s, but it could be even newer than that. So on his head, he is definitely marked Disney. But I'm kind of lucky in that way where, well, I don't know if it's lucky because, Disney does not mark and put dates on their, they only mark their dolls with Disney. They don't put a date on there. But Mattel, I'm running into the same issue now where they have the year of the mold instead of the year that the doll was actually made. So I don't know, maybe that would be on his clothing that that he didn't come with. I bought this doll at the antique store, and so these were the only pants that I could find to put on him. But he would have been sold in his typical outfit, which is the green tights and the green bodice outfit. So maybe there's markings on that outfit. I'm not sure, and then I don't know what he would have been sold with in the box. If there would have been, maybe Tinkerbell would have come with him, or I don't know, maybe Wendy. Maybe he's just I have no idea. I don't know much about him. So if anybody out there has any additional information about this particular Peter Pan, he seems to be pretty short as well. I would say he's probably about, I think he's even shorter than Barbie, so he's about 10 inches tall. He's not, well, with his little feather on his hat, he's probably 11 inches tall, but he seems a little bit shorter than Barbie, which is kind of weird because if Mattel used, it can't be the Ken mold, because Ken is much, much larger than this doll, so I wouldn't even know which mold that this would have belonged to. Maybe there's other Disney dolls that would have been marked 1968 that they used. I'm not sure. But if anybody out there has any other information about this Peter Pan, please leave that in the comments for me. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.